Hey guys, hello and welcome to the channel Programming with Casey. So today in this video we are going to understand the new concept, that is encapsulation. Okay, so as we had covered the basics, some examples of the ops. So as we know that how you can initialize the object and constructor, what are the parameterized constructor, and some bit knowledge about the objects and the constructor. So today in this video we are going to learn like how encapsulation is important and how it is actually performing the task. So let's create the class over here. So I'm giving the name as a encapsulation example, let's say. Okay, so encapsulation example, I'm giving the name over here. Okay, so encapsulation example, I want psvm public static void main, and let's finish this. Okay, so after creating the class, now you have this format basically where you have the class inside this package. You have this class name as an encapsulation example and one psvm. So we know that what are the data members, like how you declare the variable, and like how to create the method. Method has a return type, how to create the method without the return type, and how to create the object or initialize the object, and how to implicitly call the default constructor. So let's say like I am creating one data member over here. See, I'm trying to declare one variable over here. Let's say I'm taking the string over here name. Now you are observing this as a, see, this is access specifier, right? So you can see that this is the public over here. So basically this public, private, protected, and all this stuff, these are the keywords which are actually providing you some of the privileges, right? Or which are like providing you the security as well, which are providing you to restrict at a certain limit, like when and where you can use this variables. So you are aware of that too. Okay, so now I have this class over here. Now, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to close this class over here and just create the one more class over here. So let's say I'm creating the class as a public. So okay, so I create the class as a public over here, and I'm saying the public class, and let's say this should be the encapsulation example. Okay, and we will rename the first one. So what I am trying to do over here is student example. Let's say it is the student example. Now why I did this? Because your public static void main. Okay, so it is saying that public type student example must be defined in its own file. It means that I can create this over here, no issue. It means that I have to create this inside some other class. So let's cut this over here and create the new one over here. So let's create the class and name as a student example. Okay, so we are creating the two different class over here, and just do the over here like this. Okay, so now just I am trying to split this window. Okay, all right, so this is the encapsulation example which has the main class over here, and I have this public student example basically. So I will remove this and paste this over here. Okay, so in this student example you are seeing that this is the public string name over here, right? What is this? Public string name. I had declared the one variable over here. This is the main class which is including our psvm. What I am trying to do is the student example. I am going to create the object of the student example. Okay, so let's say s is equals to new student example. Okay, so we did this and this is public, that's why we do not have to import or like that stuff. So this is the student example, s is equals to new student example. Okay, so now what I'm doing over here is, with the help of object, I am just calling this variable name over here, right? So I'm assigning something over here. So just I am assigning the kc as a string value over here, and it is perfectly fine. So what I did over here is I tried to set this name. What I did, I tried to set this name with the help of object. Fine. Okay, so it is fine to you. Okay. Now I want to print this value also. After setting the value, I want to print this value. So get this name. Okay, so get the value of the name, you can say. So what I will do, I will do the sys out over here and the object s dot name. So is it fine? Because this is the variable over here which is not present inside this class, which is present inside the other class, and because it is inside the same package, there is no issue. Both are the type of the public over here. So access modifier, you can see that both are the public over here. Sys out, you are doing the s dot name over here. Okay, just run this and observe what we are going to get. Yeah, save this and you got the value as a string value as a KC. Okay, so it is totally fine. Now what I'm going to do is, in this class student example, I'm going to set this as a private. Okay, let's try this. So what I'm doing is I'm setting this as a private. So as I do this, what will happen, you will get the compile time error over here. Okay, you will get the error over here that the name is not public in this case. Okay, so name is not public in this case. So private string name, this is my the data member over here. Now what can I do to tackle this? I can create a getter method to get the method. So let's create over here the getter, sorry, what I'm saying, that getter method. Okay, so this is actually the game of the encapsulation, where you are trying to encapsulate, where you are trying to actually protect your data. So how it is actually happening, what I'm doing this, I am saying that public string get name. This method is public over here. Okay, this method is public over here, and I'm saying the return name. Is it fine? Because this is not the void, it means that it should have a return type, and it is a public, that means public string get name and the return name. Okay, all right. So what I tried to do over here is I tried to get. So this is what basically, so I will comment over here and write over here getter method for name. So getter method for name. Okay, all right. Now I want to set some values over here. Before getting, you need to set the values also. So what I will do is setter method for name. Okay, so public now it should not return anything, it should just set the name. Okay, so I am creating as a set name over here with the string over here, my string name. Okay, so I had passed this parameter over here. All right, so this is the setter method over here. So what I will say that this dot name is equals to name. All right, so it is perfectly fine. So guys, what is happening over here is, for the first example, we had seen that if it is present inside the same class, so you can actually, with the help of the object, you can assign this data members. So I have the attribute name over here, I can assign the value over here, and I can set the values also, and I can get the values also. It is in the case of what happened. Okay, so it is basically in the case of when you have the public, right? So when it is present inside the same package and you have the public class. But now when you declare this data members, but when you declare this data members as a private over here, then the encapsulation comes in the picture, that you can access this variable after being the private also, but the condition is that you need to provide the getter setter method over here, which should be the public. Okay, so if it is public, then it is accessible inside the same package. Okay, so when you do like this, public void public string get name. Okay, so to get name, you will return the name, and to set name, you will set the name over here. Okay, so after this, rather than directly assigning the values to the variable, basically like the variable name over here. What can I do this? I can just set the method. So I can say that over here, set name. Okay, and inside that I will pass the value as a kc. Okay, so this is perfectly fine in this case, and you will observe that there is no compile time error right now. Same in this case, just to print the s dot name over here, you can see that to print the data member over here with the help of the object, what you can do is basically you can print over here, but with the help of get name. Okay, because get name is public in that case. So when you do like this, it will actually get the name over here. Okay, it will get the name. Why? Because it is returning the name over here in this case. So this is the magic, and this is the beauty of the encapsulation. When you have the classes inside the same package and it is public, then you do not need to set this as a like getter and setter. You can directly assign the values with the help of the object s dot attribute name. Okay, so this is basically the s dot attribute name. But over here I had used the method s dot set name. Using this, basically after being the private data members, see guys, after being the private data members, I can assign the values also, and I can get the values also. If I run this program now, you may observe the changes over here. I mean the changes in the sense you will get the perfect output in this case. So this is the KC over here. So over here, this is the advantage that you are hiding. You are making this as a private, and you can use according to your flexibility inside your program inside the same package. So this is basically the beauty where you can set this over here. So, when you use basically what I can say that getter, when you are using this getter method, it means that you are just reading the value. And when you are using the setter method, it means that you are writing the value. Okay, what you are doing, you are writing the value. So to get, you are reading the value only. Okay, so remember this, you can perform this, that like a read only, you can create the read only class as well, and you can create the write only class as well. So this was the concept of the encapsulation, so where you can access the private data members also with the help of getter setter methods. So this is the basically advantage where you are trying to hide the data so that other class will have no idea about the inner implementation. So this class has no idea about the implementation. Why? Because it is just using the getter setter over here. So it increases your flexibility to read. You can use the method getter over here. So get name just to read the value. So this is what I can do, the read value, read only value, and for the read on and write only, you can use this to write only value. So this is the write only value. So guys, I hope that this is clear to you, and this is a very beautiful concept, because over here you are not supposed to going to deal with like how to create the method, whether it should have any parameters, return type or constructor, how you are going to call that implicitly, explicitly, how can you like pass the arguments inside the while initializing the object or passing the parameters. So that hectic is not present over here. You just need to understand the getter setter over here. Getter setter helps you to actually implement the data which is present inside the same package, and also thereby providing the data hiding feature also, like to protect your data. So guys, that's it for today's video. So we'll see you in the next video. So till that time, take care, thank you, and bye bye.